Michelle and the Kansas Cowboy. We are going around our city. We have something around Cincinnati. It's called the 275 Loop. It goes through Kentucky, Indiana, and Ohio. And I'm going to turn the camera around. We are in one of three. Now I don't know how well you guys can see that. There we go. Oh yeah. We're in one of three trains here. We're going to probably all combine at some point. And we have, let me turn the camera around here and see how well you can see. You probably can't. I wonder, nope, you're not even able to see in our rearview mirror. I wish there was a good way to record what we're doing. But we're in a car, and we have this rack behind us.
Yeah.
And I don't really feel like leaning out the window, even though we're only going 50 miles an hour. So anyway, though, we wanted to come.
Fun.
It is so fun to be part.
I have literally started crying like 10 times today because people keep honking
and waving. They're giving thumbs up. I can't even do a thumbs up.
They're
giving thumbs up,
like slowing down their cars to ride with us.
Let me turn the camera around.
It is so exciting.
It is really exciting.
People just get on and
I need to wait for a bend in the road
and
again.
People are getting on all over the highway. Like we
had
tried
to turn
to
around.
find our group.
That's how we know we're part of we're part three at least, because two trains passed us when we were going the other direction and we had to turn around. But guys, it has been so encouraging to receive the support, even when we were just by ourselves or with a car, like other people joining with us, like 2 or 3 cars. People were honking and giving us thumbs up, and there were people on bridges with Stop the Steal signs. It's just so exciting. Now, we had considered going to our state capital, which is Columbus, because they're going to do a big march there, I think at noon Eastern Standard Time. And obviously we've got the Mega Million March happening in Washington, D.C. right now. All over the country, people are showing their solidarity and support for President Trump.
We felt like, you know what, we're going to represent Cincinnati. That's what we're going to do, because what this does is it encourages everybody in Cincinnati.
Yes.
So, there's a lot of small towns. We have this freeohionow.com.
Yeah.
And it's because of Dictator DeWine.
Yeah.
And there are, 25 things going on in Ohio today.
Yeah.
All over the state. And it's so encouraging because, guys, Donald Trump won this election.
Yeah.
And we're not, like Michelle said, we're not in Washington D.C. with vagina hats on. We are praying. We're waving our American flags. We're playing patriotic music.
Right.
That we aren't the left. There is a difference, okay? We are the right. We are the blood, sweat, and soil of this country.
Yeah.
Okay? We are the people who get on our knees and we pray. And I'm not saying that there's not some people on the left who do that, but the left leadership is not.
Right.
The left leadership, the Democrats, are rotten to the core. So rotten that they tried to steal this election. And I'm not going to say that they stole it, because they're only trying to steal it. There's a Trump page called Trump Prayer Warriors or something like that. And you guys, if you want, I'm going to read some of those to you guys maybe tomorrow. Just because there are so many people praying. Did anybody stop to pray for Hillary Clinton at all? Did they get into the power of God and speak the love of God over people? No, they didn't, because that's not how they win.
Yeah.
They win through anger and violence. And here's the thing. When people went to Washington, D.C. when Trump was inaugurated, they went there because they hated.
Right.
What they say love over hate. Actually, my mom always says this, Michelle says this is a scripture, and it's true. What they accuse you of is what they're guilty of.
Yeah.
So we are literally trumping their hate with love for Donald Trump, with love for each other, and we don't have to scream it. Love Trump's hate. You know what I mean? And we don't have to put out signs saying, oh, we're the loving ones, right?
Right.
We just are.
Exactly.
And you can see it, because did anybody smile when Hillary lost? Did anybody get nicer or happier or just, better people? I've become a better person since this election debacle. I have, because I've been doing some soul searching.
Yeah.
And I realized that if I'm going to try to stop somebody else from doing something bad, I got to make sure that I'm cleaned up myself.
Sure.
And so I see these prayers and people are like, God, forgive us.
Yeah.
God, if there's anything in us, that's what that's the David prayer, right?
Right.
When David needed God to move on his behalf in a big way, he's like, search me and try me and see if there be any wicked way in me and lead me in the paths of righteousness.
So good.
Clean my heart, oh Lord. Lord, make sure that I'm clean, make sure that I'm holy, make sure that I'm not out of your will. And then I ask you to move on my behalf.
Right.
Did the Democrats do that? Do they say to God, that's a joke, okay?
Right.
That's a joke. I know Hillary Clinton and Nancy Pelosi are there. God, please make sure there's no wicked way in me. They lie through their fake teeth.
Yeah.
Okay, Nancy Pelosi, right? She lies through her fake teeth. And the only person who could get us through this storm is Donald Trump.
Yeah.
And that's why God picked him, and that's why God anointed him, and that's why we're praying for him, and that's why we have a line of people with flags on their cars. Because they're like, Jack, this is America. We got freedom of speech, we got our Second Amendment, we got freedom of religion, and right now we're operating our freedom of assembly. Okay?
That's so good.
Okay, our freedom of assembly. And every single one of these people, they aren't sheep. Now, see, Fox News felt like, well, you know what? People are watching us. Maybe we can control and manipulate them down this path now with their Paul Ryans and their rhinos.
Right.
You know? And we're just like, no, you don't understand. We watched parts of your programs because you spoke truth, but when you don't speak truth, we turn you off. Unlike the left, who they woo, we got people up on the things.
Oh.
Hey, everybody. Unlike what they did, see, here's the thing. When Hillary Clinton lost legal votes,
Yeah.
and by her own illegal votes, the Washington Post, the New York Times, NBC, ABC, CBS, every mainstream media went to the mattresses
Yes.
to try to say that, well, Russia colluded with our election, with Donald Trump, or Russia influenced our election. I got news for you. Russia didn't influence our election. Donald Trump just won.
Yeah.
Okay? Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton did her little rounds. And here's the thing. Like, I watched Tucker Carlson last night, and he did a really stupid segment on 20 minutes on, like, why, you know what? He actually did the Biden line, time to heal.
Yeah.
Time to just literally was like, time to just get out of politics. I'm going to try to, he said
But we
basically.
you keep blaming Tucker. Okay.
I don't.
I believe that Tucker is not sure what he should do right now.
Yeah.
Because it's either walk away from his program or do what they tell him. He has signed a contract.
Yeah, but you know what he said? He said our show has never been censored, and we're always.
Did he say that last night?
No.
But I'm saying this is probably what is he going to do? Come out and say this is the first time I'm censored and I have to do this thing because they're telling me to?
If you can hear me, blink 3 times quickly. Okay, if you're being held hostage, so that we can know you didn't just stab us in the back.
Right.
Okay, because Judge Janine is not fired from Fox. Is going to be doing her show tonight, and she has on everybody.
I thought they canceled it.
No.
Wow.
She's going to have on everybody. She's going to have on Jim Jordan. She's going to have on. I don't know. She's got a good list.
Yeah.
So if you guys want to watch a show tonight, watch Judge Janine, because it matters who the guests are.
Yes.
Okay. Tucker Carlson. Why aren't you having on?
But he
Kayleigh
did
Beckman?
have on the People's Pundit.
Yeah, but they didn't talk about much, and that was last night, and that was just to talk about the censorship.
Yeah.
Not anything that's in his numbers.
Right.
Right.
Now, let's keep in mind, we love Tucker, all right?
Sorry, this is something on my mind. I gotta get it out.
That's fine. But I want you guys to be excited because Dale Jones said in the comment section a minute ago, and this is how you know that President Trump won, because of all of this support and all of these people that are willing to still, even after the election is over.
They said we lose.
That's all right.
They were last, but that's okay.
That's
okay. We won. He won. Trump's your president, baby.
Trump's your president. He's still your president.
Trump's your president.
But here's the deal. People that are still willing to go out, even after the election, okay, and rally around our president, drive around our cities, go to rallies, mega million march in Washington, D.C., that shows you, and to do it with joy, to do it with peace, that is something that the left will never have, because that only comes with people who follow and love Jesus Christ. Honestly and truly. So you guys need to be totally excited. Now, El Chavez, I'm seeing your comments and I know that you're a fan of us, and I understand your fear of President Trump and the vaccine and foreign wars. So let me hit on that really quickly. so you can understand our stance. We are definitely and wholeheartedly against vaccines. I know that President Trump will never, ever, ever force a vaccine on the American people. They put China and the mainstream media put President Trump in this position where he was going to have to come out with some sort of vaccine. Okay?
No choice.
The only way at this point to end the lockdowns, to end all of this ridiculousness, was to give them what they wanted, to give them a vaccine.
They want the vaccine. They
Let
want to
them
take
it.
Let
Most
them take
people,
it.
here's President Trump knows that we're not going to take the vaccine, that a vast majority of his supporters aren't going to take it.
It's for the other people.
It's for the other people,
Let them
honestly.
take it.
Let him have it. Let him have it. Let them have it, all right? Number two, when it comes to the troops and foreign wars, President Trump is number one in wanting to pull out our troops and not to go. They were hiding from him. We covered this on our show last night. They were keeping from the president how many troops were in Syria because they knew that if he knew how many were there, he would pull them out.
Let me tell you something.
They wouldn't keep the secret from him.
Did Trump invade Iraq? Did Trump invade Syria?
Right.
Did Trump invade Libya?
Right.
Did Trump invade Afghanistan?
Yeah.
Trump didn't go into any of these places. Hillary Clinton did. And I'll tell you what, the war machine and the talking points have already started. The Washington Post, New York Times, why we need troops in Afghanistan.
Right.
Why we need troops in Syria. They
So your
are
choice at this
drumming
point,
up the war.
the choice
How many wars has Trump started since he's been in office?
The choice for 2020's election was, do you want to go into more foreign wars or do you want to come
peace?
out? And voting for Trump pulls you out.
Yeah.
So I want to be very, very clear. Now, if there are any things that I do disagree with Trump on, like Space Force, totally disagree with him on Space Force. I have friends that I love, that I would trust with my life and everything in my life, that I don't agree with them on 100% of things and their decisions and their stance in life, okay? But by and large, I love them to death, and by and large, we are on the same page on almost every
Here's the
other
difference.
thing.
Let me explain something. There's disagreements on policy,
Yeah.
and then there's wicked, evil people
Right.
who are trying to control us,
Yeah.
manipulate us, lie to us, and steal
Yeah.
from us. Donald Trump isn't lying to us. He's just putting everything down, you know, as it is. We got state troopers with us. It's
Not
great.
only that, but President Trump is trying in his best ability to do what is best for the American people and the people that voted for him. Biden only wants to do what's best for the cronies up top and the globalists.
Right,
He does
exactly.
not care about the American people. This president has put everything on the line for us, so we're doing the exact same thing back for him. Remember, we did not vote for Trump in 2016. We were very leery. We waited to see what is he going to do. In the past 4 years, he has put his money, his reputation, his life, his sacred honor on the line, and has proven who he is to us. And that is why he won in a landslide. That is why he got the most votes of any sitting president or any president-elect, because we know that Joe Biden didn't get the hundreds of thousands of extra votes and millions of extra votes that they said that he did. Look at this Dominion software. Sidney Powell said last night or yesterday on Lou Dobbs, I'm going to release the Kraken. She has the proof. It's all right there. The American people have spoken. And we, as patriot American citizens, are, like Leah said, exercising our right for the freedom of
Everybody's gonna know. Come on.
the freedom of assembly. And we are going around our highway, and we're going to show Trump, we're going to show the world, we're going to show our neighbors that this is not over. We are going to stop the steal. This is not about bowing down to a free and fair election that we lost. We've done that before. We did it with Clinton twice. We did it with Obama twice. And we all said, okay, that's how it goes. That's how it goes. This time, with the level of fraud that has been committed, we have to show President Trump that we are with him so that he doesn't back down in this fight. He's not backing down, and we aren't backing down. So here's the deal, guys. We're going to continue in our little parade going around our 275 loop here in, it's a little bumpy here, in Cincinnati. Here we go. Let me show you their little sign that says "Stop the Steal." I wonder where you got that sticker that fast.
How'd you get it that
How'd
fast?
you get that fast?
He's getting off now. You can stay with him.
Yeah, we can just stay with the group. I think at like 1 o'clock, we're going to join a group that's supposed to assemble at 2.
1.
Is it at 1?
1 to 3.
Okay, in Montgomery. If you're watching this locally, we're going to be in Montgomery. We're going to stand, we're at on the corner of Pfeiffer and Kenwood, and we're going to hold signs.
Go ahead.
We're going to hold signs that say stop the steal. We made signs this morning and just kind of just stand there. So we will be going live again, probably at 1-ish Eastern Standard Time. So you guys can check back here, share this video.
I have to tell you, this has been so encouraging. I'd hope that it would be so encouraging, but the waves, the people who are awake, 73 million people, they're getting back in the middle lane, it looks like. 73 million people who voted for Donald Trump.
Yeah.
10 million more than in 2016. They were totally on track. They had all the numbers that they needed to win this election. But you can't overcome when people steal and they cheat. And guess what, guys? You have to say, God, this is when we did the appeal to heaven, right?
Yeah.
And Donald Trump, you know, he called up Byron York, who was saying, you know, I think this is over. And he's like, no, I want to tell you my path. And then at the end of the article, he's like, and I wouldn't bet against me.
I would never bet against me.
I would never bet against me. And I know that there have been a lawyer or two drop out because of the Antifa and the people who have doxed them and threatened their lives. And that should be criminal to threaten a lawyer. Like, those people should go to jail. But we live in a one-sided system, okay? Right. We live in a system where the FBI is and the CIA and even the DOJ, they're not here. They're not the cavalry. They're not going to come and save us. We have to save ourselves. And the only way we save ourselves is with prayer and the power of God and asking God to move on our behalf. Move on our behalf. Here's the thing. God did not institute the FBI.
Right.
God did not institute the CIA. And God did not institute the DOJ. Okay? All these alphabet soup organizations, they were not instituted by God, which is why we can't get justice through them. But you know what institution was instituted by God? The Supreme Court of the United States.
Right.
And so when we go to them, we're on solid ground. If we're waiting on the FBI to do something, that's shaky ground, because who is it that created that to go what president, guys, created the FBI? Not Ford. Who was he? Nixon.
Whoa, hang on, that's
Was it Nixon?
Run over a box there. I think it might have been Nixon.
Whoever created Herbert Hoover, it was a Hoover. It was Hoover. Whoever created it used it for their political advantage, to try to steal and to manipulate. We know that the FBI and the CIA were behind the assassinations of JFK, our very own president, of Martin Luther King Jr. and Bobby Kennedy. Okay, so much so that Congress had to have a hearing on the assassinations. Right. A hearing on assassinations. Okay, because the government kept assassinating people. Right. So you're not going to get justice through the assassination groups.
Yeah.
But the Supreme Court, and you can scoot up to catch up with them.
He's going to let people on the
highway. The highway. The Supreme Court, under the anointing and the power of God, is anointed to bring about justice. And so we are going to bring about justice, freedom, liberty for all. We're going to turn this country around, and our legal and biblical and Christian basis for this is the Constitution. All right, guys.
So we're going to sign off. We'll be back live roughly around 1 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. So come back and join us for that. Maybe we'll get some interviews and actually talk to some people and encourage you guys that no one is backing down. We are holding the line, and we're going to win this thing. We're taking it all the way home, baby. Love you guys. God bless. Oh, if I can get it off there.